What up, everybody out there in podcast land? Thank you for tuning in yet again to another episode of Ken Ross Present the Get Outset of Podcast. We're expressing with our full capabilities. Today might want us in correctional facilities. Brainchild of mind child out of dad have this operation coming to you live and in public, if you will, which is extra funny because one of my homeboys sent me a old Dusty Rhodes clip in a meat locker. Freaking hilarious. If you know who Dusty Rhodes is, you know the play phrase. But as always, I am rocking with the best. My co-host, please introduce yourself to the folks.
Watch the world going to hell. So I'm laughing, saying it's perfect. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Everybody have a good day, month, hour, year, second, all that good stuff. You watching all the platforms. Please share with your friends, family, the bugs, pets, your neighbors, mailman, asteroid, nukes, and all that. And if you're watching on the YouTube, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Because if you don't, see that thing behind me? It's gonna fall on your house. Yeah.
Really, Thanos? We throwing moons at people?
I'm not throwing nothing. That's the power of not doing what I said. That's the power. Yeah, I said it. Oh, that's bars.
Bars. Hey man, we it's gonna be a fun one because we got some debates happening. Uh, we've actually been here honestly for like the last 10 minutes having an offline debate. Because we stumbled upon some really good Batman slander, which devolved into DC versus Marvel, and I'm like, yeah, the Batman legend is wild. So we're gonna debunk a little bit of that. We started talking about the origins of Batman slander, which is like the new thing, which is absolutely hilarious. The tweets we found. Are there still tweets? I don't know. Tweets, X's, I don't know.
Still
Whatever.
tweets. It's still. I don't say it. It's Twitter.
Right. So it's still Twitter, still tweets. Because I'm like, huh?
It's
Like
Twitter.
if it's X, what is it? X's now? But anywho,
Triple X at this point, man.
which is wild. I didn't dive into that because I don't entertain, but I saw something online that said you can pretty much do whatever on Twitter now.
Yeah. They're letting
Like all kind of
split.
triple X rated material, you can
Yeah.
just do whatever.
I mean, it's called X now, so that makes sense.
Add two more. Add two more.
It
Now it's
makes
triple
sense.
X.
They are everywhere. You might be posting about a pony and they're just gonna be under the comments. Just a whole lot of OFs
That's
and whatever.
that's
God damn.
wild.
Can't
Like, are
don't
they
live
trying
out
to
in
put
public, bro. Don't do it.
this the counter to OnlyFans or I don't know. That's wild.
No, this they go hand in hand at this point.
Oh my God. Okay. Starting off with something that's kind of wild.
I must a fan, man. He's a fan. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah. I get why it would be. Starting off with something that's kind of wild. You sent this to me, and I was like, huh? And I don't think it's going anywhere. It's really, really weird. But the fact that it happened is really, really weird. House of Representatives, and I'm getting this article off of our good friends at Fox News, of all places. But the House passed a defense bill automatically registering men 18 to 26 for the draft. Now, the Selective Service is nothing new. Um, it's probably going to fail in the Senate because what the fuck? But this is a little what are we doing here? It was part of the National Defense Authorization Act, NDAA, which sets out the U.S. government's military and national security priorities over the next fiscal year. Here's an interesting thing about all of this, though. Besides, 18 and 26 being automatically signed up for the draft. This year's NDAA authorizes 895.2 billion with a B in military spending, a 9 billion increase from last year.
Let me hold a dollar.
9 billion more. I
Can't get reparations, huh?
ooh. I
What up?
mean, 9 billion wouldn't cover it.
It
Honestly,
wouldn't.
I don't think 9 billion will cover it.
I mean, it's all right. I mean, you can add that with all the other billions we send to other countries that got nothing to do with us. So yeah, you add all that up, I'm sure it makes $1 trillion. I'm sure that's enough.
I just say a whole voice, no billions in 400 years. Nigga, I can divide, but um, where you get? So my thought again, another off camera conversation. My thought was, okay, cool. If you're gonna stick another 9 billion in the military budget,
Mm.
I am hopeful that that is going to go to take care of the veterans that are not completely taken care of. More medications, more treatment for PTSD, better housing. You just threw $9 billion into the military budget. I really hope this ain't going to cook up some new bullshit weapon that no one's going to use.
Oh, well, I don't know about that, but that's probably where it's going.
I mean, that's just that. If you're gonna cook, just show up with an extra 9 billion, use it for what it's supposed to be for. Because we got to the point in the we were in the 80s, so 80 we talking 40 years ago. We
Mm.
reached a point where weaponry was on a global destroying scale. Technically, if you really want to be
Mhm.
technical, we could go back to 1942, 1942, 40, WW2 with the dropping the atomic bomb when we reached weapons that can like wipe us all out. We don't need new weaponry. You
Yeah.
need to take care of the soldiers that are already, not in the best way.
With new weapons.
You stupid, yo.
That's how you take care of them.
You stupid, yo. But yeah, let me see. Led by Representative Chrissy Houlihan, Democrat out of Pennsylvania, and passing the House Armed Services Committee version of the NDA in May, the NDA advanced through the committee in an overwhelming 57-1 vote. So my thing is this: what are we doing? What's going on? Because this is gonna fail in the Senate, right? But
Mm,
what's the message here? What's behind it? Because I'm always what's behind it all?
that seems pretty obvious. We're about to go to war. And we need more bodies. I don't know how more simpler it gets than that.
Well, hold on. Let's go to the definition we've been told. And I quote, by using available federal databases, the Selective Service Agency will be able to register all the individuals required and thus help ensure that any future military draft, which doesn't exist currently, is fair and equitable. This will also allow us to rededicate resources. Basically, that means money towards reading readiness and towards mobilization, rather than towards education, advertising campaigns driven to register people. All right, so let's read through the bullshit. So this is saying, hey, because that and that's something that's weird too. I don't know if anyone besides us watches sports, but you ever notice these? I've never understood the military commercials. Excuse me. You watch the NBA Finals, watch Super Bowl. All of a sudden, it's we've got
Bro,
your like come join our military, come play with our machines. Like, dog, what do dudes in camo and makeup in the jungle have to do with Pat Mahomes throwing a touchdown? I don't.
it's
It,
recruiting. It didn't have to do with nothing. It's called recruitment, propaganda. That's how we get them.
So, because this is America, this is America. So the 22-year-old sitting at home in the trailer park with the Cheetos and the beer. Why? Yeah, go get him, Mahomes. And this military commercial is gonna make him put down the Cheetos and beer and just bust and give me 50, huh? That's like I've never understood the advertisement. There's
It's
two
for
advertisements.
people of poverty though, and that's who that demographic you just said is, including us.
If I'm watching the game, everybody could be watching it. The dude in Beverly Hills is watching the game.
Yeah, it's not for them.
I, I'm just, I just
Like I said,
Two
what
things
game has the most eyes? The big game, right? So if I'm trying to advertise something, I want the most eyes as possible. Cause somebody gonna fall for this shit. Cause clearly people are in the military, right? So there you go.
does marketing like listen, and I'm about to piss some people off real quick.
Oh boy.
There are two kinds of advertising I've never understood. I don't get military advertisement,
Okay.
and I never got gospel music. I don't get it.
They just catching
I'm trying to
strays.
logically make it make sense.
Okay. Why
But,
are they catching the stray? It's just music. It's a different genre of music. What is the issue with that?
bruh, I don't know how much gospel music you've listened
A
to.
lot. So that's why I said it's a different genre of music. It might not be for me. I mean, some songs I can rock with, but other than that, it's a different genre of music.
All right, so riddle me this. Riddle me this. Riddle me
Here we
this.
go.
Just riddle me this.
Good God.
If if the God of Abraham is everything that we are told God is, does God need theme music? Does God need advertisement?
The Superman theme music? Mm. Mm.
I'm just trying to make it make
Yeah.
sense. Like I'm just
Superman have theme song. So maybe he can have one. G.O.D. can have one too. You hear me? Can I get amen? All right, but yeah,
I just never got it.
it's a
And maybe
genre
that's
of
just
music.
me.
Okay, it's not for
that-
you. Why are you shitting on it? It's not for you.
I'm not shitting on it. I'm just trying to logically make it make sense.
It makes sense. It's gospel.
Fam, I'm just trying to use the logical brain here and make it make
You
sense.
just shitting on Christian. That's what you doing. Just don't lie on say blame the genre of music. Just say you just want to shit on Christians. Just say that.
I don't. I absolutely
Then
don't.
this was unprovoked then, because that's exactly what you did.
So now you calling me Israel?
Nah, I don't think you that evil. But this is
Unprovoked attacks? Like now you're gonna let me no. I'm just like I said, there's two things I never understood. The necessity of gospel music and I don't get military advertisements. Like I'm not sitting it because here's the thing on a very base level. They showed a commercial and they showed tanks and a technology and a radar and we can see you in the bunker 20 feet underground. And
mm,
all I'm thinking about is, so what poor minority country do you want me to go massacre now? That's not an advertisement to me. It's not enticing. So I never got
it
military
is you a
commercials.
psychopath or crazy. You got a whole lot of untapped anger and rage and trauma that you want to take out on someone legally. There you go.
That's that's wild. But yeah, I'm curious where these extra billions are going. I'm hopeful because I didn't look. I didn't look. So
Look,
I am hopeful this is going to the VAs. I'm
it's
hopeful
not.
this is going to treat PTSD,
It's not.
better facilities.
It's
I
not.
am hoping this is going to JAG lawyers who can prosecute all of the SA that's swept under the rug in the
It's
military.
definitely not. I'm sorry. I hate false hope, and you always do this. Stop it. You know the answer.
I have not
You
looked it up
know that
yet.
I don't care what they say. You know it's a fucking lie. They have the biggest budget already. Is that true or not?
True. True.
Okay.
Probably
Are
big.
they
True.
taking care of all that stuff now?
No.
Oh, so you think extra money when wartime is clearly upon us is going to go take care of these people when they're not already doing it now with the biggest budget in the fucking country? Nah, yo.
Well, here's the thing. If let's just do it like this.
Don't do that now.
Grocery list. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I have, let's just say $20, right? Let's make it real simple. I got $20. I gotta make sure I got bread, milk, some meat and potatoes. I'd like to pay, some other folks to deliver these things to me. But all of those things I need cost $20.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the extra to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's the extra.
Okay. I'm about to give you the real
There,
analogy.
there's the extra.
I'm gonna give you the real
I've
analogy.
got the money to pay. I got the money to tip. I can, hey, the guy that brings the groceries to the car, I can tip them now
Mm,
because I've got the extra money.
okay.
But before then, apparently, no, the money's not there. So sorry,
Mm,
veterans, you're
mm,
gonna get what you get. The money's there now.
like,
And I honestly don't know where it's going. I didn't look at I just saw this in the article. I was like, oh wow,
I'm about
this
to
is the
hit you.
largest military pay raise in history. We don't need to pay generals more. We don't need to pay the people in the Pentagon more. You need to take care of the people with their fucking boots on the ground. We don't need more military research and specialized weapons to blow up bunkers 20 miles underground. We don't need that. We need to take care of the people, that you sell America to.
You know, I'm
Yes.
gonna give you the real analogy because that was not the truth. This is the 1900s. Everything costs like a cent or 10 cents, and you got $20. You have enough money to do all that shit. You are balling. That's the budget they have now. So now you get another $20 on top of your $20 in the 1900s when everything costs like 10 cents. So yeah, no, you had enough money the first fucking time. You just didn't want to take care of no one. You being fucking greedy. So now with more money, you're gonna be more greedy and spend on more weapons so you control more of the damn world. That's what it's going to, and you know this. Stop that analogy was a
So,
flat out lie.
okay.
Tell me I don't have enough money. You have the biggest budget out of everything. Everything else suffers because of the military budget, and that's a fact. So
True.
you still don't take care of people. So I don't like this country. When has this country ever proven you that it takes care of its own people? When?
Well, it's on people. No, veterans, different conversation.
No, that's not a different conversation. We just said they don't take care of them now.
Okay.
Like I said, I got family in the military too, so we already know how. Like I already know how they get that. So it don't know. Nah, like stop with the false hope, man. Let's be honest. Because if we be honest, then we can fix the actual problem. If we start fucking lying, which is what they want us to do, which is what they're already doing, and you're doing it for them, which is crazy. But yeah,
No, 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 no. See, the thing is this.
you're
I'm
being an
I'm
idiot.
honestly I'm speaking objectively because I don't know where that money is
No, you're
going. The
not.
article
You're
doesn't
not.
say.
You're not
I'll
speaking.
do some more homework, but I don't know where that money's going.
You know
So
where
I'm
it's
got
going.
my
You know where it's going. You know where it's going.
ain't that much. Okay, hold on, hold
You
on.
know where it's going.
We've had the ability to vaporize the planet since the 40s,
I
1940s.
don't care. They don't care. Like, you would have a point if the military budget was the same as the education or whatever the smallest budget is. Then I'd be all right, you might have a point. But the fact that they got the by far largest percentage and they still don't take care of nobody with the weapons of mass destruction we already have and weapons we don't even know about. Yeah, and wartime is coming. So of course they're gonna spend it on more weapons and more other shit. Like, no, they don't take care of them now. They ain't gonna take care of them with that new money. That's just gonna go to fresher toys to be done faster. Like, nah, you
I mean,
lying.
again,
You lying.
I'm not a pacifist, but I'm just asking a general question. Like, dog, there's been a weapon developed that can end all life since the 1940s. What other research and development do you need, B?
Uh,
Like seriously,
because
what other research and development do you need?
one, those weapons should never ever be one that I'm pretty sure to treat and make sure those weapons never get used. And two, we can't use that because if you do use it, there will be no one left. So yeah, they're I don't think they're working on weapons like that. I think they're working on weapons that will wipe out people strategically, not everyone.
And
Like certain missiles, certain machine gun. Hell, they might have an auger in that bitch shooting through walls.
you stupid. And I'm trying to play in your sandbox for a second. Okay, fine. You absolutely do not believe that this extra $9 billion is going towards actually helping veterans, so on and so forth. I understand that. Your belief is that, well, hey, you can go vote to the Pentagon, da da da. One, military salaries themselves don't need to go up. Two, okay, well, the other end of that question is the R&D. There's been weapons that can end all life since the 40s. I will go as far as to say since the 80s, there's been things that can eliminate specific targets um, with precision.
Okay.
What the fuck else do you need?
More. Hey, this is a quote I heard, man. If you too busy getting prepared for war, when war starts, you already lost. So
Like,
you need to be prepared at all times before it even starts.
I
If
mean,
you prepare for war before it starts, then you already lost.
unless you're talking some old Mission Impossible, mask type shit where you can just walk it. Like,
How
and
you
maybe
know?
because
You
my,
don't know what they're doing. Like I said, we don't know the full extent of the weapons they have or what they're doing and how much it costs.
I'm just trying to think of what else could you do. Like, most of the shit that you need. Like, hypothetically, what I'm thinking is what the U.S. has always proven very, very good at is the destabilization of certain governments, right? Patrice Lumumba, um, the ability to assassinate certain leaders of undesirables, shall we say.
Did the CIA?
Right. So
Yeah.
everything necessary to do that already exists. The only thing I can think of in my sinister, using the sinister part of my brain is you want the ability to eliminate people and leave no trace of the fact that you eliminated them.
We don't
That's all I
know
can
what
think.
what type of weapons or what. It doesn't matter. It's not going to the people. That's all I do though. At that point, I don't care what they use it for. It's not going to be used for whatever the hell you think it's going to be used for.
Oh,
So
well,
at
I
this
tell you
point, the
what.
reason why it doesn't matter. It's not going to where it needs to go.
Well, I'll tell you this. Here's where this becomes a problem for the regular folk like you and I. We already have, before Cop City, an issue with the U.S. military dumping their surplus to police stations, to police forces. So let's play in your sandbox for a minute.
Mm.
If this extra money is going to develop new and improved futuristic type weapons, the weapons that are already in existence, what you do with those? Oh wait, you give it to LAPD, you
Yeah,
give it to NYPD.
yeah. They get the hand me downs for.
You can understand why I am hopeful these extra billions are going to actually take care of and fix the infrastructure that has failed veterans up to this point.
I'm sorry that your hope is torturing you because it's a false hope.
All right, we you know we got to see what happens during the biggest shit show in November.
Make it there at this point, but yeah.
We got to see what happens with the biggest shit show in November. Now here's where things get interesting because now we're talking about military and weapons and so on and so forth. There's a post from Daily Loud a few days ago. U.S. Navy has been deployed in Miami due to Russian warships and nuclear-powered submarine threats. I promise you all I can read. The ships are currently within 100 miles of the U.S. Now, here's where this gets interesting. Um, Under that very tweet, um, there's this piece that says this is missing important context. These ships are not intended for the United States and are traveling through international waters. They are traveling to Cuba, an ally of Russia.
Still a
There
problem.
was nothing. There was also nothing unusual about the U.S. Navy patrolling the ocean off of Miami. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where understanding history just a smidge
Mm-hmm.
helps. Uh, the Russians and Cubans having any kind of connection? I don't know. Anybody remember the Cuban Missile Crisis?
And like I said, I think that ship had nukes on it. So I'm sorry if the eyebrows get raised that y'all
Right.
that close now with
Look,
actual
look,
nukes.
looks like a duck, walks like a duck.
It's
Like,
a duck.
listen. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be American for a hot minute. Listen, if I got beef with you, you my ops,
Mm-hmm.
and you coming through
Mm-hmm.
and chilling with us, you my ops, and you chilling at a spot which is in missile range.
Mm-hmm.
Eyebrow race. It could be nothing. Just like this person trying to intimate, it could be nothing. Like, oh, there's no biggie, nothing to worry about.
Nah, there's something.
Your famous last words.
You want somebody to say you want to know why? Because the timing is perfect. Because Russia, even though we already knew this, but since Putin already just flat out said, yeah, y'all are enemy. Like flat out said it. Like now it's stamped. Like, yeah, y'all are enemies. So, and then not too long after that, a Russian warship with nukes on them is just
Hmm.
floating by. It's like,
Just,
I'm
just,
just
just
passing by. Don't even worry about it. You know what
passing
I'm saying?
through. Just passing through.
I'm just
Don't
passing through.
mind
Don't
me.
worry about. Hey, don't mind me, my brother. Peace to y'all. Peace and positivity. Blow that bitch up. But yeah. So yeah. 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 This is I just
Like,
hope I just pray that no one gets an itchy finger because once it goes, it's done. Once one gets launched, it is done.
that's the part, like,
It is done.
on a very just, uh, you just got to start, to me, at some juncture, you just start asking basic ass questions. And it's like, and respectfully, this is just another chapter of why men should not run the world. Because if the end result of me and you fighting is the entire end of humanity, what am I gonna do? Try to not take it there. Like, look, what do you want that's not gonna piss me off too bad? What can I get from you that's not gonna piss you off too bad? Because the bottom line is, if this shit get ugly, everybody's out. Ain't no bunkers, ain't no SpaceX. You can't live on the fucking moon. You can't live on Venus. Too damn hot. There's no other planet like.
Oh, they're already working on that stuff, so I wouldn't be too
I'm
concerned about
aware,
that.
but some this is where it stops being about the elites per se, and it's just, you got these goofy people, goofy men running these goofy countries, and having a dick measuring contest, and it's like, what do you actually want? What's the end game here? Because nobody wins. You
Somebody
don't get
went.
you don't get to be an elite every anymore if everyone dies from nuclear radiation. Who
What?
gives a shit about your little bunker when everyone else is dead? I just don't. And people, oh, you sympathize with women, blah, blah, blah. Listen, fam, when
You
the
do.
day comes that I can't trace damn near everything wrong back to people with penises, I will chill.
You,
But
you realize there. Okay, I'm not even gonna go down this with you
no,
because
no,
we
no,
do
no,
this
no.
all the time. Not doing it. Not doing it. Not falling for it. Nope.
No.
Nope.
What is it?
Not falling for it. Not today. You know what? Sure. Whatever. It's all men's fault. Yes. Okay. Whatever. What's the
I
next point?
mean,
What's the next point?
if you,
It would not be any different, but it's okay. What's the next one? It's a human thing. They say you keep thinking it's just penis. It's a human thing. Like I'm sorry.
well, I mean, I'm sorry, but history doesn't back you, sir. Every
You act
nation,
like so there weren't any. Okay, I'm not going down there with you.
the
I'm not going.
superpowers of the world have been run by
I'm not.
who?
I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you because like there weren't women pharaohs doing some crazy. Like, whatever. Okay. Like there weren't queens and doing some crazy. Whatever. Whatever.
All right. All right.
They weren't fair. Queens, pharaoh, not maybe not fair. That's for men, right? Whatever. Weren't like there weren't women leaders doing some crazy, but it's just us, not a human thing, just a
Hey,
man,
two names: Hitler, Leopold, both dudes.
not a
Both.
man thing, a human
I'm
thing.
just saying, the two most evil people in the history of history, both dudes,
Okay,
responsible for the most death.
I said human thing, but all right. If hey, to each their own, man. If you want to blame men for everything, knock yourself out. I blame every
It's not
single
even funny.
one of you motherfuckers for this shit, not just me. But that's just me. I see the big picture. You just focus on one thing. But whatever. What's next?
See, it's a real basic, it's a real
What's
simple
next?
calculus.
What's,
When
and
I
that's
say,
and that's
hey,
what makes you the easiest lick of all time. But what's next?
whatever, B.
You're the
I'm
easy
just
target.
saying,
You just oh my god.
when you look at, hey, why is this thing this way?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is oddly similar in every instance.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that you really believe that if roles were switched, that we won't have some of the same problems.
I don't know.
That it would be
See,
a paradise. Like it would just be complete paradise, no issues. Like we never had women leaders. That's never happened in history. Never.
wait, quick question. Who's the first woman president in America? Oh, wait, there
That's
isn't one.
cool. I'm not absolving men. Men suck. Women suck. Y'all all suck. But hey, It's a human thing. That's what I'm saying. It would not be much different. But okay, if you want to live in La La Land, hopefully in some alternate universe, we're all pushing roses, and
Listen,
yeah.
all I'm saying is when you look through history and look at who's got the most blood on their hands,
Well, that's
by
because they had the power. I mean, that's
ding, 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 ding,
that's like
ding,
looking through
ding.
history. Wonder why a shark is a shark? Because it lives in number water, of course. But no, okay, all right, whatever, man. Okay. Because we okay, so they're just
I'm
not
just saying.
capable of doing crazy. To your mind,
I'm
they
not. I'm
no
not.
wrong,
I'm
no
not talking about
wrong,
capability. I am talking about what's actually happened
because
in
they're
history.
not in power because of the patriarchy. Okay, we understand that. I'm not disagreeing with that point, but you are basically insinuating. Oh, I finally used that word. I feel smart. Is that if women was reversed and ruled everything, that it would just be way better. No issues whatsoever.
Yes.
Our fucking paradise. That's a fucking lie. But okay. Because they do the same, like I said, women lie, men lie. Never know. It's the same thing. We are the same. There's some differences, but we are the same. We both do some dumb shit. So all right. I ain't no, nah, you gonna turn this to a whole battle of the sexes shit. I ain't even doing
I
all that.
didn't. I didn't. I didn't do that.
We
I just.
both suck. So I'm not with him. He just gonna blame men for it. I blame all of them, including myself. It's all our fault. It is all our fault. Hey, stop putting on one person. God damn. I mean, one
I
group of people.
mean, show me the historical evidence that shows me I'm wrong, and I'll gladly ride with you.
Because
So
they had the power, but if the rules were reversed, it wouldn't be that much different. And then we ain't gonna act like there's not a lot of women that are riding, saying, and doing the same shit that we do. Like, I don't understand. We're less different than we are alike.
well, that's where you kind of wrong. There's one key difference, and I think this is the difference that matters most. And this is my own thought process.
Yeah, it's you.
So, so, so let me clarify.
Oh boy.
Because we as males do not
Mm-hmm.
have the ability to feel life grow inside us and bring life
Oh,
into this world, it is a
you
gift.
realize I'm the last person you should tell that to, and you know why? I don't give. That don't mean nothing. A human is going to do human shit. It don't matter as a penis or not. Like I don't understand why it is that so hard.
Because there's a different respect for life, and you got to bring life into the world.
And then there's also the different respect in hormones and other things that might judge someone's judgment. But you know what? I'm not even going that route with you. I don't care. We both suck. We suck as a species. I've been on this train. You just been on the man hate train for every reason, just ignoring the other side. I hate both of y'all equally. So come on. We are all at fault in this shit.
When the top five evilest people in human history are all dudes,
But we know the reason why though. Because they are in power. I mean, like I said, I never disagreed with that statement. Never.
there we go.
You just said if the roles were reversed, none of this would be happening. And I'm saying, shit, we might have been dead a long time ago, but it's all right. Either way, the end is the
You,
end. At this point, I don't care how we get there. The end is the end. It's inevitable. So it doesn't
well,
matter.
if dudes keep running things, we will most certainly see the end. If
You're
the
going to see the
power,
end
if the
regardless.
balance reverses, we may not. We have a chance.
Somebody get the Infinity Stone so we can see this alternate universe. I just want to see if he's right now.
You.
I highly doubt it. There might not even be a universe in that universe, but you know what? Nah, I'm playing. But you know what? I would love to see it. It'd be something new. It'd be a breath of fresh air. And then you will see that humans do human shit. That it doesn't matter what your chromosome is. You're gonna do human shit. We run off emotion. Is that not true? And who's in more in tune with their emotions?
Women are.
Right. So that means what they feel is a lot stronger than us, right?
I mean, if we want to do anything, look to nature. When you try to harm a cub, keep it simple. If you try to harm a cub, Do you know how that mother is going to react?
That's
So
okay. You go to a lion pride and the male lion is there, you harm
I'm
a
going
female.
to end you can
It like I'm saying,
sure.
if the man, that's because usually when they give birth, the man is gone. So if the papa bear was there too, you would get tear up by both of them. So I don't understand
Well,
your
just say
analogy.
we saw the Revenant. We saw what happened to Leo trying to fuck with the bear.
Now your analogies are horrible, man. You was cooking at first, but I don't know what happened. Your analogies have been bad recently, man. What's going
Oh
on?
my God.
What is going on? That was your thing, and now it's just
The analogy still hits, my brother. The analogy still
that
hits.
ain't it, man. We need to roll up something new, man.
Oh my God, you bugging. Okay, so this is out of Weirdsville. I will say I will think this is an isolated incident. I am happy they got the charges right. Um, this is coming out of K5 NBC affiliate. Um, Bellingham man charged in alleged hate crime. I don't know how it's alleged, but I guess they have to say it that way until he's guilty against 11-year-old black student. You heard me right, 11. So the suspect allegedly, again, I guess didn't walk on the eggshells because you got to say allegedly when it was already seen. Punched the student in the face, pushed him backward, and said, "Are you going to talk to a white man like that?" According to court documents, and the kid, and the kid around the kid. But okay, allegedly.
Mhm,
So this is in Washington. This is Bellingham, Washington. This is north of Seattle, or just south of the Canadian border. But
mhm,
42,
mhm,
Paul Jonathan Bittner, 42-year-old,
mhm,
charged Friday with a hate crime,
mhm,
got the charges right, and second-degree assault of a child
mhm,
in connection to an incident on June 12th. So apparently these kids were walking across the street. Somehow this dude ends up walking in front of them. 11-year-old was talking to a friend, and then dude must have heard something, turned him and punched him, chipped his tooth, pushed him and said, "Are you going to talk to a white man like that?" Okay, so I will say this.
mhm.
11-year-olds are capable of seeing some very cruel and insensitive shit.
Everyone is.
As a 42-year-old,
Mm,
what
mhm.
what could have I'm trying to think. What could an 11-year-old say? You know what? I'm gonna
You
step
can't
off the
justify
ledge.
that. You
I'm gonna step off the ledge. I'm
mhm,
gonna reverse the roles. If I'm walking, there's a whole bunch of those school kids, and some little 11-year-old white kid calls me the N-word. What do I do?
mhm.
Not that. Not that. Not that. Not that.
Oh,
I'm not gonna straight cold cock an 11-year-old and punch him in the mouth. Like I'm not gonna do that.
nah.
Like I'm just not. So I'm happy they got the charges right. Shout out to them. It
Mhm,
is being looked at as a hate crime.
mhm,
So I don't know how all this allegedly. All I can figure is they're just trying to cover themselves by saying allegedly when
mhm,
he got arrested for it, and the kid has a chipped tooth, and everyone around him saw and heard the whole thing.
mhm. You gotta
But
say allegedly
allegedly,
till it's done. Until he's found guilty, he's alleged. I understand that. I'm not even mad at that. But yeah, keep going. I'm sorry.
no, I'm just that's the thing. Like this is some unhinged behavior, dog. Like
Mm,
why would you?
history repeats itself, huh? But then when you thought I was joking when I said we're going back in time, I wasn't joking.
There's a lot of questions. Like there's a lot of questions here. Like we're talking we're talking North Seattle, damn near on the Canadian border. I don't know if the demographics is up there. I'd love to know, hey, is there
Right.
racial up there?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to see is this the order for the day? Or is this just one unhinged white dude? And that's the thing I don't know. That's the thing I don't know. Like, but either way, this is some wild shit. Like, I don't think there's anything an 11-year-old can say to me to make me want to punch him in the mouth.
But he didn't even say nothing to him. He said something to his friend. So he
Right.
didn't even talk there. He just got decked in the mouth for talking to someone else.
I mean, here's what I think might have happened. What I think might have happened is 11 through high school kids are prone to do. Probably saw a dude walking. Maybe dude had something funny on or something weird about him. He cracked a joke. Just the joke was overheard. Now, what you don't do as a grown ass 42-year-old is get all big and bad with a fucking 11-year-old. Like that's what you don't do. Like, look, fam, if you decide to come out the house with the super tight Velcro jeans on and the fucking plaid shirt, that's on you. You gotta take that L, right? You gotta take that L. But what you don't do is go
Well, I got
all
like us. I'm sorry.
yeah, what you don't do is go all Tyson Fury on an 11-year-old. Like, fam, that's sucker shit. That's like that's high level sucker shit. Because now I gotta put myself in the other shoes. And the other shoes are, fam, if I get a phone call and you're 11 years old and they tell me some 40-year-old dude punched you in the face, yeah, if you know me, you know how that's gonna go. I don't condone violence. I recommend it. No, I'm kidding. Uh,
Well,
I just
I
and
condone
like I said,
violence in some situations. This is a situation of violence is necessary. But I'm sorry, are you still going?
it's just wow. Like so, salute to them for getting the charges right. It's a hate crime. Good shit.
Yeah, you wouldn't have made it, but yeah, salute to him.
That comes in enhanced penalties because, like, all right, assaulting a minor is going to carry a certain charge anyway,
All right.
but 2 years not might have now just become 5 to 10.
Should be
Salute,
longer than that.
salute.
That is unprovoked. And you, yeah,
And
yeah. Yeah.
and you get a minor, and I'm just like, and it's just to me, it amazes me how white folks will say white privilege doesn't exist. If this is not the epitome, like, fam, when I read the article, they were actually near a police station, dog. So you just figured you was gonna cold cock an 11-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
announce to the world how dare you talk to a whitey like that
Mm-hmm.
around the corner from a police station.
Mm-hmm.
How did you think? That's like running up in the Capitol and think you coming back in a couple of days. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, what
Oh,
demographic did that? And yet they're the best, the superior race, right? Okay.
I just
I'm just saying for the races out there, man. But
the privilege of it all. Like, don't ever try to convince me white privilege doesn't exist
hey,
because
you just can't convince me that like the racist white folk, just them, not all white folk. Like I love
no,
them,
no,
but just I'm just all the hate towards white people is only to racist people. All everyone else, you good. So just racist white folk. The amount of IQ points you motherfuckers have is just staggering to me. And I'm not even the smartest noodle, but goddamn, I look like Einstein next to you motherfuckers. Cause this is crazy. You thought, and you're right by you so damn racist and hateful that you walk up on a middle school or freshman in high school, whatever. I don't remember the ages.
nah,
That's
11 years old.
middle school. That's middle school.
11 years
That's,
old. That's
yeah,
middle school.
yeah, middle school kid. I don't care what the he said. That does not warrant a bus driver uppercut and then they say, yeah, like, nah.
I'm like,
I
let
wonder
me.
what the teacher did in that situation. Because I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Because I've been around some teachers. Or maybe, I don't know. Like, those kids are your responsibility. And those are, you kind of got to protect them like they're your own. I ain't going to lie. If I was the teacher in that situation, he catching hands. He's catching hands. But
Yeah,
let alone the parent, he wouldn't make it to that courtroom. But yeah, this is, it's, we're going back in time. We're going back in time. We're going back in time. Yeah, yeah. I said we got hands now, so we ain't playing with you, nigga. I'm playing. I'm done. But
me
yeah,
too. And I'm just like, yo. I'm just doing some quick math in my head. Dude is 42, which means he graduated high school in 2000. You should know how to take a good ribbon. You should know what it is to
Oh
get
yeah, I'm
roasted a little
2000.
bit.
Oh, I'm 2000. Yeah, you grew up in the era where they ain't give a
Right.
that's still
You
kind
you
of my era. So it's
you
like, yeah.
graduated high school in 2000, my guy. You should know that.
I said the 90s, 80s, early 2000s, and early parts of 2010s was ruthless. But the
It's a
2000s,
different kind of roasting.
it's just it was unfiltered roast. I remember it did not matter. Like I said, there's
Like
words
the
that fly then that will not fly now. And
like
don't
the
come again.
objective was to make you cry.
It was. It
Speaking
was a
from
badge of
things that
honor when you
happened.
did. Like I said, bullying was not a thing. That was just how it was. Well, until like 2010s when you got, the anti-bullying, the wristbands and
Right,
stuff. And
right.
because like I said, that was, yeah, around high school. So I was like anti-bullying, which I have no problem with. That was a problem. But
Yeah.
yeah, but back then, no one cared.
No, if you graduated high school in 2000, my guy, you know what it is to get roasted. And
Maybe that's why. I think PTSD came in. It kicked in.
I'm about to say, you still, they must have, you must have been
They
wearing
fried his ass.
something wild and outlandish,
Urkel on steroids. That's what he had to
and,
be.
and they roasted you again. Them kids picked up on the fact that you were lame, roasted
Was
your
a
little
late?
ass.
Always a late.
Here you are, 42 years old, 18, 28, 30, 20 something years past your high school reunion, and you still a little Aggie.
Fighting
So
a
you
child.
jawed an 11-year-old.
11
Uh,
years. Oh, you gonna
and
have? Oh, it's some. Hey, it's all right though. It's some motherfuckers that really want to fight in prison. So let's see how you got that same age with niggas that really want to fight, that really
yeah,
about that life. Let's see how you act then. Let's see if they talk to white people like that then.
right, right. But this but again, shout out. They got the charges right. It is a hate crime, and yeah, you about to get cooked. You about to get cooked.
By a guy named Tyrone, top bunk. I already know it. Go ahead.
Just why? Just why? Just why? So I'm gonna shift gears. That's a lot of bad news we got. Um, on to some good news. On to a little bit of good news. So I just had it, but Westmore, governor of Maryland, has pardoned about 170 some odd thousand weed convictions. So if I'm not mistaken, I don't, and I didn't check. You can tell me because you're there. I don't know if weed is legal or just
It's legal.
decriminalized. Oh, it's
It's
legal, legal.
completely legal. Yes,
So
it's
you can
been
get
legal
chief.
since last year.
You can get chief on. Because I
Hmm?
knew it was like decriminalized. I didn't know it was legal, legal.
That's why I got the criminalized. This is legal. You can just walk in and get it and then walk out.
Okay. Because see that no, that is an important distinction. Because some places just decriminalize, which means you're not going to do no real time for it, but it's not legal. But
Oh
if it's
no,
legal,
it's
you
full.
know, oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you can get your chief on. So shout out and I'm hoping this starts a trend. I'm hoping this starts a trend. Should have been because the end result, when you look at how this is all played out, you got brothers doing tall numbers from draconian Nixon laws back in the 70s for weed. Now all of a sudden it's legal. And you got them same folks who wanted to, put these harsh penalties on, reaping the benefits of being connected to the cannabis industry. But motherfuckers still doing tall numbers over it. That's insane. So
Oh,
yeah, it's been time. Once you legalized it, it's been
and I
time.
don't care if it's a man, bro. I don't care if you get caught with hundreds of pounds of weed in your truck, whatever. They get pulled over. As long as it's all just weed, let them keep it pushing. Like I'm sorry.
You do raise a very interesting point. I forgot about that standpoint. If I don't know if there's any statutes that say you can't transport. I'm sure it's something that says you can't transport across state lines.
No, I think I don't remember. I still think there is a certain amount you because I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
I'm
Like
not
if it's
really. I don't remember. I'm not moving hundreds of pounds of weed, so I go for myself. So I don't. But even if it's legal, so what does it matter? That's like having um boxes and boxes of alcohol in your trunk. Anyone gonna care?
Right.
It's
Uh,
legal. At that point, does it matter?
Good question. Like I know you now. I know you can't. I don't know if it's legal in DC, but if it's not, that's where you bump into problems. If
Well,
I'm
I
trying
don't
to,
know. I don't know. Well, DC,
take some product from Maryland into DC and get pulled over by Metro Police, we might be having a different conversation. I don't
I
know.
don't
It's a
know.
curious question.
I don't live in DC, so I don't know if it's legal there. I'm not worried about it. But hey, either way, legal or not legal, you should not be doing no time for no fucking weed. At most, if you want to be greedy, and I just gave you an idea to make more money, it's just fines. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You shouldn't be doing tall numbers
You shouldn't do
for
none,
weed.
no numbers, none. You shouldn't, none. You shouldn't even be locked up.
Nothing,
It's a citation, fine. Yeah.
nothing, nothing at all. Absolutely. But yeah, shout out there. So, and those convictions need to be wiped completely off the books. Gonna go across the pond, so to speak. It is June. It is Pride Month,
Juneteenth.
and Thailand officially becomes the first country in Southeast Asia to legalize same-sex marriage. I did not realize it was not legal. Um, and that's me looking through the world through this American lens.
It is.
I just presumed everywhere else except for some nations in Africa, like this is not a
No,
big deal.
they not with the shits. Most of the world's
Oh
not
no,
with the
no,
shit.
no. Africa is a lot of countries in Africa is not with
No, I'm
shits
talking
at
about
all.
the world. It ain't just them. I'm not with this. It's just Africa. You might be dead for that. But everywhere
Yeah,
else, you might just go to prison. But they might just beat you to death. So yeah, it's a little. This ain't America, and people seem to find that out. The quote unquote freedoms we do have ain't everywhere else. That's how a lot of people get caught up because they don't understand the laws and what is acceptable and what's not when they go over there and get caught up doing some that you would do here that no one cares about. But down there, it's very serious.
right.
Yeah,
Like before you do international travel, you better damn
study
well
them laws.
check laws. Because if it ain't the G7, oh man, that's what I forgot. See if I can find it in a minute before we get done if we got time. Because yeah, the G7 summit happened, and I'm like, it's always interesting when you get the leaders of the seven most powerful nations on the planet just get to talk about shit. Because it's like pretty much it's a middle finger to anything else. Because I'm like, when you're the seven most powerful nations, yeah, the UN and all that other shit, that sounds cute, but what you really gonna do about it? But anywho, so it looks like America got it right. I didn't realize that same-sex marriage was a big deal elsewhere. It just seemed like, okay, why not? Like,
You Yankees think that everyone does that. You funny.
I guess my thought is like, look, it's more. I mean, worst case scenario is more revenue for the state, dog. Like, it's tax. It's more revenue for the state.
Hey, I don't care. It should be legal, but hey, hey,
Right? That's
whatever.
like,
Hey,
y'all just now.
everybody with this. That's what I'm saying. So don't. I'm just saying. If you ride that way, you might have
Oh,
to be in
listen.
the
Oh,
closet
but
when you go over there. I'm just saying.
oh yeah. I mean, no, you got it. It's a lot of stuff you got to figure out. Like, for instance, everybody want to, Dubai is the new it place. Right up until you get there and you
Oh
realize,
yeah,
okay, if
yeah.
you're a woman, certain shit you can't say, certain shit you can't wear.
Mhm.
And that's in other countries too.
No
Like,
alcohol. Not also all the alcoholics. That
no having your hair out. Like, you
mm,
might want to.
yeah, it's a different world. I understand you want to see it, but you,
Google's your friend, bro. You you want to find out what you get yourself into before you get yourself over there
you're
and
gonna
get
have
Brittany
around
Griner.
find out. Yeah, you're gonna have around find out.
Yeah, get Brittany Griner in this bitch. But yeah,
You ain't the
props to
headquarters.
Tyler.
Ain't gonna happen to you. Man, yeah. Your ass gonna be stuck in that work camp. Well, I'm sorry. But yeah.
Because Joe Byron ain't coming.
Oh
Joe
hell nah.
Biden.
Joe Biden don't even know you exist. He probably forgot his what he ate 2 minutes ago. I don't even
Uh,
think that's the real him. That might be a clone. I don't know.
November is gonna be a shit show. No, that's
Oh,
all I got. I'm hoping it's not,
it's
but I just got the odd feeling it's gonna be a shit show.
it's going to be. It's going to be.
Like, I'm hoping this is the year. I'm hoping this is the year we go third party.
It's not. Trump's gonna win. They already have on the like the pre-polls where that Trump has the lead. I'm trying to tell you, he's going to win. It's going to
Nope.
happen.
Because no pun intended, the Trump card is you're a convicted felon. 34 of them.
People are more compelling to that. You know, this is America. They gonna be like, that's the most gangster shit ever. Even though I know he ain't gonna get locked up, but imagine he is in prison
Well,
and well, good.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say the objective isn't to lock him up. The objective is to keep him from running.
That's not gonna happen.
We'll see.
They can still run. I understand that. That's why they're doing. They're trying to prevent him from running. Yeah, I get
Oh,
it. But
oh,
you're not going to. And then if you do, there's going to be some other consequences. So either way, it is a lose-lose situation. So it's going to be fun regardless. And then probably tragic at the end. But hey, it's going to be fun up to it. Laugh now, cry later.
all right. So I'm gonna go on record. I just want to know what y'all gonna do. I just want to know what you MAGA clowns is gonna do
We
when they
already
say,
saw what they did. Like who dumb enough to storm the Capitol and then go back home like nothing happened? So if they that stupid already, he was already was he president at that time? No, he wasn't.
"Nah,
Um,
he ain't want to let go."
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
was the
Yeah.
transition
So
of power.
now if he loses or prevents him or he programs everyone to say they rigged it so I couldn't win. We need to do something about this. I need all of you to storm the Capitol again. Like, get the like, nah, yeah. Something about to happen. It's a lose-lose anyway. It doesn't matter. He wins, we lose. He
I,
loses, we
I,
lose. It's a
I
lose.
just know what they're gonna do. I'm curious
It's gonna
when
be
it
something
comes
stupid.
down because then you're gonna find out: are you a party loyalist or are you a Trump loyalist? Because you still gonna get okay. Worst case, well, what I can't say worst case scenario. If it comes down the pipe, like, ooh, sorry, you a felon, B, you can't run
Mm-hmm.
off the ballot. You just gonna go to the next Republican candidate.
No, no, not Trump supporters. Like I said, there's Republicans who are loyal to the party, and then there's Trump supporters.
Uh huh.
There's a difference.
They did a movie after that called Dumb and Dumber, but yeah, like, you guess which order, Dumb and Dumberer. You guess which order,
Still
but
dumb.
like either way, either way. But nah, I really hope this cat that the hammer falls.
Third party, please, people, just try,
Oh,
try it,
absolutely. But
try it.
like,
I know you're not going to, but hey, try.
and
It might
in
work.
my best Spike Lee mind scenario, old Trump can't run. That just leaves some, I don't
Yeah,
know,
Biden.
decision as a candidate. That leaves Biden. But those of us who have the most sense say F both of y'all anyway
Mm-hmm.
and go third party. We live happily ever after.
Never gonna happen, but it is. Hey, that's a great dream. One day, I'm gonna dream about that tonight and wake
I
up.
mean, half of it might come, 2/3 of this might come true.
Yeah, Biden might slip somewhere and be off the ballot, and then Trump might just be in prison. Hey, but I thought wait, I thought you can still run even if you're a felon. I thought you can still run. Ain't that the whole point?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The infinite wisdom of the founding fathers, they never pictured a scenario such as
Eating
this.
fathers.
Have a goofy ass 34 felonies trying to run the country. Never thought that would happen.
Yeah, because they didn't think it was gonna be a white man. That was not on their bingo card. They said if anyone's gonna try to do it, it's gonna be black people, and they ain't gonna vote for a black president. It ain't gonna happen. So
Mm.
yeah, but wait, that ain't going like we ain't. You know what I'm saying? But here we are.
Yeah, this is gonna be wild. This is going to be wild.
He's the
Like,
most gangster president we got. I ain't gonna lie. Like a convicted felon as president. Oh my
yes,
god.
that's gonna be wild. That's gonna be wild. Let me see. So moving forward here at this point, as of yesterday, we have a new NBA champion.
Why would you bring that up, man?
I mean, for the Devils of Durham, for Duke, salute. Um,
Man, fuck F Duke.
Why are you? What's with the Duke hate, sir?
Because
Kyrie
I
was.
hate the Celtics, so I gotta hate. They get part of the hate. The hate is just it's just spewing everywhere, and anybody can get it.
I'm still tripping. Jalen Brown got Finals MVP though.
I'm not. He deserved it.
Did he?
Yeah.
Eh,
I
okay.
mean, you can make an argument that him and Tatum both deserve it, but I would
Yeah.
lean more towards Brown because not only offense, he was probably more consistent, and also that defense he was playing on Luca and Kyrie was something serious. I ain't gonna lie to you. He had them in the box a lot of times, especially Kyrie.
Yeah, and I'm like, where's Uncle Drew? Like, you should be breaking this dude's ankles no matter what.
I
But
think Boston put a juju on him, man, or
son,
voodoo, something like the powers of the KKK and Confederacy just formed all their hate in one and put it on Kyrie. There's a doll of him somewhere of his sweat or blood or a piece of his hair, and they just stabbing that mother every time he goes to Boston. Because ever since he left, he plays horrible against them, even with the Nets and with Dallas. He plays horrible.
I mean, I had it wrong. I said um if Porzingis plays the Celtics in five. It was Celtics in five, and Porzingis was hurt. So
I mean, he did play. He played 2 games.
yeah, and currently, right now, per Vegas, they are the odds-on favorite to actually repeat. I
That ain't gonna
don't.
happen.
Yeah, I don't think that happens.
This is a perfect storm. It was a lot of luck in the world.
It really was.
But
It
they
really was.
were. I ain't gonna. Like I said, I will give them the fly. I'm not gonna. I hate them, but I'm still gonna be real, even with my hate. They are. They have the best starting five in the league. That ain't up for debate.
Yeah.
And so they were supposed to win. They were the favorites to be in the year. You formed this team together. You were supposed to win. They finally got it done, even though
Well,
cakewalk. But hey,
here's a question
up to
though.
y'all.
I'm waiting for the announcement. I do not think Horford's coming back.
Nah, he done.
Yeah, I don't think Horford's coming back. I gotta give it up though. Derek White is a baller. I thought he was just a meh, but
No,
no.
nah, Derek White been a ball. I
Yeah,
like the people on the team. I just hate them. That don't make
agreed.
sense, but it makes sense.
Agreed. Agreed. I got you. I understand. I'm with you on that one. But yeah, they pulled it off. I'm shocked. Um, and if you're Mark Cuban, I don't know what you do. Yeah, like I said, I think you're a 3-and-D guy away because that's really all they're missing. They just need a 3-and-D guy. You got the people up front. They're not going to score, but they don't need to because you got the most devastating backcourt in recent memory outside of Splash Brothers.
Say,
Um,
yeah, respect Clay.
but you had to. I think you might have to go back to Bad Boys Detroit or maybe
No, you
even
don't. Chris
Portland.
Paul and James Harden. Did we just forget about that? The
Um,
team that literally was about to beat one of the greatest teams ever. If it wasn't for Chris Paul getting hurt, did we just forget about that backcourt?
we did.
I don't
We
know why,
absolutely did.
because that was lethal, and it
How long did
almost
they stay together? 2 years, 3 years, maybe?
and it was still lethal. If it was one hamstring away from probably winning the title.
I mean, but that's the other thing, though. Like, okay, so when you start talking dynamic backcourts, Splash Brothers won,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really hard pressed to put another over these two, over Luca and Kyrie. Like, the only
So
argument I'm gonna have
Isaiah
is
Dumars
I just about to say I'll say Isaiah Dumars because they play better D.
isn't. Wait, hold on.
Isaiah Dumars play better D, and I was gonna say Drexler Terry Porter. Porter wasn't a bum. He was a 3-point specialist. So Porter wasn't a bum. And Drexler was Drexler.
I'm trying to think backcourt.
Yeah, exactly. You start thinking backcourts and it's like,
All right, besides James and Chris, uh, Stephen Clay,
Stephen Clay won.
um,
And I'm going by backcourts that actually made, at least made, not even one, but made the finals. And I'm like, yeah, that's what we got.
in terms of just talent, sure, but they're not the best backcourt ever. No, not no.
Who's that?
Kyrie and Luka.
I will say this. You couldn't find a better skilled
Okay,
backcourt.
if you want to say the most skilled backcourt, then sure, yeah. But
But even
you
beyond
saying
that, like
overall best backcourt? No.
No, it's to me, it's Splash Brothers first. Like it's Splash Brothers
And
first.
I'm taking Isaiah and Joe before them too. And um and I'm probably might even take Harden and Chris Paul, but that's it. They top five, I guess. If you just, but it's not a
Yeah, I'm
whole
not.
lot of backcourts. It's duos, but it's usually like a either two wings or a
Right.
guard and a big or a wing and a big. It's not. It's rare that it's two guards.
Right. And I'm like, who was no? Because Tony Parker, Ginobili was a three. I was gonna say
It was
Parker
a
and
two.
Ginobili, but
No, hold
Ginobili
up.
was a three.
It was a two. He might have played three towards the end because when
For
you
the
get
sake of
older.
argument, if you have Parker and Ginobili,
Or actually, yeah, I'll take them over them too. Actually, yeah, there we go.
you taking
Okay.
Parker and Ginobili
Hell yeah.
over Luca and Kyrie.
Overall, if we're not, if you're just saying who's the most skilled, then they got it by far. I'm saying just overall, yes. Yeah, I forget how nasty Manu and Tony was in their peak.
We don't. We don't.
You
Had to
kind of
watch it.
are.
Went to the Lakers. That sucked.
Yeah.
So, but no, at this point,
Oh yeah, they're top five. Just not. Yeah, I
I'll
think they
say
towards the bottom of the top five.
I'll say like I said, the only backcourt I'm comfy taking over those two is the Splash Brothers.
Why? What have they shown you these 2 years?
What are you talking about?
Kyrie and Steph. Yeah, they beat the finals
I'm
now,
looking
but
at
they
the
missed the
body of
playoffs the last year.
I'm looking at their body of work, and they took a
What?
5 seed to the finals this year. A
That
5 seed.
that what? But all
Like
the
people
other
forget.
duels I named won or almost won. That's outside of James and but we all know that was because of injury. So it's like, yeah. Because if Houston would have made the finals, they beating the brakes off of Cleveland. So yeah,
Would have been fun to watch, but yeah, as far as backcourts go,
they, they would have got beat
I
down.
mean, the problem is, and I'm like, yeah, that was mad cold. The problem is they had a stat that Luca had the most blow-bys.
He's a cone. I love him, but that is a cone. I ain't And with him, it's literally just effort. Because in game 4, he actually put in effort. He wasn't getting blown by like that, or he was recovering. But game 1, 2, 3, and 5, that's how I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he was just a cone, man. And they was hunting him. You want to know
No,
how much a liability you gotta be? They just hunting you.
and that's good coaching. The coaching does matter in the NBA.
Yeah,
Coaching does matter a
of
little
course
bit.
it does. I don't know
You know,
whoever says it doesn't. They stupid. But
when they look at coaches that have had quote unquote all like the argument is how
still
much
matter.
coaching did Phil Jackson actually do?
He did a lot. And the players will tell you. One, that's the triangle was triangle. Two, which is a complex, was a free flowing offense. But two, he's the Zen master. You know why he's the Zen master? He had to
Mhm.
deal with Kobe, Shaq, Robert, like all those personalities, Jordan, Pippen, Rodman. He was great at people managing skills, which is what you have to do as a coach as well. You gotta balance egos. You gotta get them to buy in to each other and you and earn the
Right.
respect. So Phil is one of the greatest at that because the teams he had, yeah, it had the stacked talent, but it had all those different personalities where any other coach outside maybe a few would not have succeeded. I don't believe
Hmm.
it, especially the Shaq and Kobe stuff, because you know how much they.
They weren't rocking. Yeah, they weren't
So you
rocking.
had to have some, like I said, Phil Jackson was the one calming them down. He did it
Right.
for as long as he could for those 3 years, but in '04, he couldn't do nothing anymore. It was done. Their relationship was done. That's why they lost the finals. And I love
Okay.
Kobe, but it was his fault. But yeah,
Yeah, it was. Well, speaking of which, that leads us to our great debaters talk. And for clarity's sake, I got to clear it up. So what it was is who wins if you add a certain player to a championship team. So it was adding Kobe to the 96 Bulls, adding LeBron to the 17 Warriors, or adding Bird to the '04 Lakers. Now, the last one, that
they should have did the '01 Lakers.
right, because
That's the
the
better
'04
team.
Lakers, right, the '01 Lakers are a better question. The only way the '04 Lakers even come into conversation is if everyone's at the height of the powers. But even to that end, hands
Exactly.
down, bottom line, The 17 Warriors are the greatest championship team ever assembled. You add
Agreed.
Bron to that,
It's done. It's a perfect
but
fit too. That's what makes it even worse. If we
right.
get in 2013, like I said, I don't know. Is it peak of their powers, Bron? Is it or is it
I
just Bron
mean,
now? Like this
funny
year,
thing
Bron and
is,
that
about to say one thing is, even if you did it now, it ain't gonna be that much of a difference.
is. I mean, well, defensively it would like it would, but for real, yeah, that's a perfect fit because now you have a better version of Draymond.
You,
And you still have Trey. That defense is going to be something serious. Like your weakest link is Steph, and Steph, like truth be told, ain't a horrible defender. He's just small, but
right.
he gives effort, so he will fight you. But now you have four other all defensive defenders next to him that can
It,
all score and pass. Oh my God, that would they might go 81 and 0, 82 and 0.
you
That's
stupid guy.
squad right there.
Now I will say this. I said if they met in the finals,
It's sweet,
is Kobe and Jordan on the same team? They won't allow it.
redundant,
They're going to get one. It's a gentleman sweep at best.
redundant,
Gentleman sweep at worst.
redundant. Because yeah, they're gonna be getting all the mid ranges, but you got Stephen Clay and KD.
But
So
let's
threes,
not
what do you
forget,
say? Threes more than two, right?
three is absolutely more than two. But
So
you
so
talking some defensive dogs. You talking Jordan,
uh-huh.
you talking Kobe, and you
And
got
Pippen.
Robin on that team,
And
and you got
Pippen.
Ron Harper on that team.
And
Like
Pippen.
you,
Oh yeah, defensively, they could match up,
so
but it's just what rules are we playing? What style are we playing? That matters too. Because if hand checking is a thing, then like if we playing 90s rule at 90, 80 rules, all right, it might not be a sweep anymore. It might go 4-2. But if we play in the modern era with that squad, then he's getting swept.
but see
I'm
like
sorry.
I said, the other side of that coin is they still got to play some D. The only dogs they got on D is Draymond and Bron. Clay's good. Clay ain't scared of Clay ain't going back down, but
Did you forget? All right, see, now we're not going to just forget. I understand this version of Clay is not what he used to be, but we're not going to forget that he wasn't an all league defender in his peak,
oh, we
which is
absolutely
this
was.
year.
We
They
absolutely
have
was.
four all league defenders on that team, just like the Bulls. Actually, the Bulls will have, but yeah, wait.
But to say it's
Rodman,
Jordan and
Rodman,
Kobe.
Rodman, Jordan, Kobe, Pippen, Ron Harper.
Right.
All right, so it's 4 to 5.
Right.
But the thing is, but the Warriors four can also give you 30 or 40, except for Draymond. I don't know Draymond. Well, Draymond he has gotten it, but he's a walking triple double. So you got two walking triple doubles in Braun and Draymond. You got the two greatest shooters, two best backcourt ever, and two greatest shooters ever in their peak
Mhm.
of their powers.
But at some point,
KD
somebody got
and
to play
KD.
D.
On top of that, when he was, I think, at the peak of his powers on both ends.
Agreed.
You're not, and it's emotional. Like they never seen an offense like that. Never. Like I
But
said, their defense was great. I'm not saying they won't match up well because I think that's the best matchup they will have. Like the Warriors will have to face, but
mhm.
they ain't never played an offense like that and players like that can literally do everything. And then you have Pete Brown on top of it. They
Okay,
ain't got no one that can guard Brown on that team, or probably KD.
I'm putting
Because
Jordan on Bron.
you're putting Jordan on LeBron.
Because that's your
He's
best
not
hope.
big enough. You gotta put Pippen on him. Unless you're gonna
I'm
put Pippen
putting,
on
you're right.
KD.
I'm putting. Oh,
See, that's
see,
what
that's what
you
it is.
can't. You have to choose. If you don't put Pippen has to go on whoever you think is going up. You put Jordan on LeBron, he's too small. He's way too small. And then KD, you put on KD, you have a better chance because you have the strength advantage, but he's still too small. I'm just going to shoot over you. You can't. I'm 7 feet tall with a 7'5", 7'6" wingspan. What do you want to do?
Rodman is 6'9".
Okay. Oh, so you putting Rodman on him. So you putting what? Scotty on LeBron and Rodman on. KD.
Got if we manning up, you gotta put Scott. That's your best hope on LeBron.
Yeah, that
But
is your
I,
best
but I
over
like
LeBron.
my odds with Kobe and Jordan on the Splash Brothers. I like those odds.
I do too, but
Like those.
they're gonna be a million thousand screens, and then you
Oh,
have two of the greatest passers passing to him with
well, I mean,
LeBron
that's what
and
I'm saying.
Draymond.
That's the switch. Like you go ahead and so you try to switch. Who you gonna switch out?
You try to
Because if I
switch,
switch,
they're going to
if
attack
I
that.
switch, you gonna switch right into Pippen. No problem. Or you
They
switching
ain't
around.
never see, like I said, they gonna think Steph Curry is witchcraft because they gonna see that Steph and Clay is pulling up from ranges that they didn't even know was possible. I don't think they're used to guarding people that far. They've pressed before, yeah, but to actually be worried that someone's going to pull near half court, who does that?
I'm not. You're not sweeping a Jordan and Kobe back. I'm Jordan and Kobe team. You're not. You're absolutely not. If there's a team that could do it, it would be these guys.
It
But
is the Bulls.
I,
That team's the best chance to beat them, but you added LeBron. That just made it will already be a problem with just them alone. With no LeBron, you added LeBron James at the peak of his powers to this, and everyone else is already in the peak of their powers on that Warriors team. And let's not forget, 96, everyone ain't at the peak of their powers. They're still good, but they're not at their peak. Rodman's a lot older. Jordan is a lot older. Pippen is a lot older. So is like that team is a lot older.
and
They
they still
still
in 72
nice.
and 10.
Oh no, I'm saying they still nice, but it's not like we're playing peak of powers Jordan, peak of powers Pippen, peak of powers Rodman. I mean, we might peak of powers Kobe, but that's one dude. You're literally paying everyone at the peak on the Warriors with
I,
that system where everyone's moving, the ball is going to be moving. So they can give it to you in the mid range with KD, LeBron. They can get it from the three with KD, Steph, Clay. They get in the paint with all LeBron, KD, like Dre. If you sag off or whatever, like, come on, man. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's the greatest team ever assembled.
agreed. And just Bird to the 04 Lakers is a waste.
That was
I
stupid.
got nothing on that.
They
That's
should,
just
they should just said 0-1. Yeah.
right. The 01 Lakers. Because unless we talking again, if we talking peak of power, it's a different conversation because they got Pedo Carmelo, um, and then Shaq and Kobe. So that's a problem. But other than that, if you just threw Bird, even peak of powers Bird on that team, you're not beating the other team at
No, you're
all.
not. You're not. They might get swept too.
Yeah, no.
Not both of them, to be honest.
They absolutely getting swept. And
I don't know what.
just to finish up on some fun stuff, nothing crazy. I just saw this thread. Well, I forgot what I found it, but I saw this thread of Batman slander. We talked off camera, like I don't know when the Batman slander began. Like I said, I think it was probably after Batfleck. But let me see. It said, I still find it funny that someone said that Batman and Kevin from Home Alone had the same amount of prep time. Kevin will wash Batman up.
It wouldn't happen, but that is funny. Kevin with prep time was something serious. He was a young Batman.
Right, yo? That is hilarious. Hey man, I love Batman, but the fact that his arch enemy has been giving him hell for 70 years and wingtip dress shoes never sat right with me. And when you think about it, yeah, that's bad. That's just bad.
Could have killed him multiple times. He just spared him.
Y'all really tested my love for Batman. The other day, someone said Batman can lose his powers if he's the IRS auditor. I was sick. Batman slander is hilarious, but it's just I don't know where the bat is. Batman slander and the Batman legend, and they both grown this whole yo enough prep time. Batman can kill anybody. Batman got a plan to kill the whole Justice League. Like stop.
He do. That's true. Batman with prep time. He'd be God. Batman with prep time is the greatest superhero of all time. I don't understand. It don't make sense, but it makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
It
Like I
makes
said,
sense.
I said I had a 3 word answer. Crystal of Sidorak. Discussion over. Bats ain't got nothing on that. Ain't no weakness in that. Ain't no kryptonite you can get. Ain't no game plan. Juggernaut will stomp you to ashes, sir. It's a wrap.
Mm.
It's a wrap. Juggernaut as is can go toe to toe world breaker Hulk. So yeah, we're done here. We're done. Like the Batman legend is wild.
Mm-hmm.
Batman Reptile, he can probably kill Thanos with the Infinity. You can't. You're not. You're not.
He will. I guarantee. There's a writer right now like, oh, you think Batman with prep time can't beat Juggernaut? They gonna write that into a story, and then here we go.
Bro, like I said, Batman is a dude with intelligence and money.
And other things, but yes.
And like I told you, T'Challa would wash him. T'Challa would wash him. If it was just T'Challa versus Bruce Wayne is getting washed. We didn't even gotta put the suits on.
Actually, no,
T'Challa
no.
versus Bruce Wayne, he's
Wait, if
getting
it, does he
washed.
have? Wait, does T'Challa have powers still? Is he just a man? Did he get stripped of the? Did he get his power stripped? Did he
Because
sip that
listen,
thing? If he ain't sip that thing, if it's just man versus man, Bruce Wayne is beat this.
you have lost your
I
mind,
might
dude.
not be
T'Challa
invited to
is a
the cookout no
master.
more, but I'm sorry, like I gotta show some respect to Batman because he is one of my favorite heroes, mostly because who the villain is, because that's one of my favorite characters. Joke. But yo, if
Bruh, Matt
his
Murdock.
hands on hands, Batman know every fight style known to man.
What you think
Every
T'Challa
single
know?
one.
Matt Murdock is washing dude.
No, he's not. No,
So we just gonna pretend Matt Murdock ain't that dude now,
I
huh?
didn't say he wasn't. He just not washing him.
Train like a ninja, train by the hand. Like we just gonna pretend
Batman
Matt
was traded
Murdock
by
ain't
the
that dude.
League of Shadows, and what I just said knows every fighting style on the planet. Every single one.
Man, Michael Jai White will wash Bruce Wayne, yo.
Michael
What do you
Jack getting fucking
Michael White will wash
he
them?
is getting washed. This is the same dude think he can wash Bruce Lee. Hell no.
Okay, that's just slander. Like I love Michael Jai White. That's my dude, but
That's what I'm saying. You and Bruce Lee getting washed by Batman.
are you funny for real now? You
I'm not. If Bruce Lee is washing Michael J. White, he's definitely getting washed by Batman. I'm sorry. Yo, y'all gonna stop disrespect. I understand the jokes is funny, but we gonna have to stop the disrespect. Act like Batman ain't that dude. Even without the money. Money helps
hand in
gadgets,
hand,
but
he will
but
hand in hand he will wash Tony Stark for sure.
yes.
But Batman versus Iron Man, I got Iron Man all day.
No, he's washing him.
The same dude that made the Hulk Buster suit, the same dude that has a Wolverine
Yeah.
Buster suit.
Batman has Superman suits. He has suits too. Did we just not remember that? The guy that beat Superman and all the other people? He has
Uh,
suits and gadgets for everybody. You think you won't figure it out for Iron Man? His little suit.
has a whole suit made of vibranium for specifically bending
Mm,
any metal that comes near him. That's how he
mm-hmm,
can just wash Wolverine.
mm-hmm.
He has a suit that can take on the Hulk. So I'm like, what are we doing?
If Batman prep time, he's not losing, my boy.
Here we go.
It's
Here we go.
already been
The
proven. I
infamous,
don't
the
know what you
infamous
want. I
Batman
don't
prep.
know. I don't make the rules. I didn't make that shit. They did that. So I'm just going by what they did.
Kevin from Home Alone. There you go.
Kevin getting what they made that joke on Family Guy. Some of them traps, I'm sorry, them dudes just stupid. They stupid. How did you fall for that? Ain't no way you fell for that. Some of them traps were just stupid. I was Batman walking in that house unscathed and smacking the shit. One smack, fatality. So yeah, it's done. It's done.
Like, yeah, the Batman legend is like way overblown at this point. Like, bruh, they make it sound like you'll give Batman a week.
That's
He
how
he
sorry. I mean,
beat the
not sorry.
Eternals.
That's how legit he is. The legend is if you give me time, I'm beating anyone.
You're not
What
beating
other
Onslaught.
character does it? Huh?
You're not beating Onslaught. It won't even be close. Ain't no prep time for a Magneto Professor X combo. There's no prep time for that.
Prep time.
That's what the Bat fanboys always say. Give him a week. Like
Yeah,
there's nothing you can do. The
prep time.
master Omega level mutant of magnetism
Yeah,
and Professor X.
prep time. This is the same dude that got Dark Side, my boy. Dark Side is wiping out most of the people you just said.
I'm
And Superman, wiping out most of the people you just said.
I'm not convinced he got a plan for Diana. What's the plan for that?
Diana.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Because see, with
Wonder
Superman,
Woman?
it's just kryptonite. What you got on that? What you got against basically the woman version of Superman without the
He
kryptonite weakness?
does. We've already, they've already done this. He had a contingency plan to kill all, and it worked.
I got Diana washing him, bro. I got Diana straight washing him, yo.
I'm saying, if you give him prep time, he's already proven he can beat his whole team. And most of it, and like I said, we already said, his whole team can wipe the floor out of damn near most of Marvel by themselves.
I mean, oh yeah. Scott getting Merc first, just on GP. Merc and Scott first.
Man, who the hell Scott?
Scott Summers, jeez, man.
You talking about psych? Man, I don't care about the Boy Scout. But the laser beams.
That's the next one. Why does
Like your
Scott get all
siblings
the
are more
slander,
powerful than
yo?
you, boy. You soft. But anyway,
Scott get all the slander, yo.
your siblings more powerful, and your sons and daughter way better than your ass, especially your wife too.
The Cyclops slander must stop, yo. The
You
Cyclops
know what?
slander.
You're the main one that started that slander.
It wasn't me. I just picked up on. I just got on the train. It wasn't me.
Oh,
We've all.
it
We've
wasn't
all.
me, but you on it. I ain't gonna say stop it, but I got on the train. That's why. So
I didn't stop
I
it.
got on this train, but now
The
I need
train
to
was
stop.
already. I wasn't the conductor. I wasn't like, yo, we all gonna.
And
Yo,
you don't
train
have
was
to get
already
on the
going.
train. You can wait for a new train. You don't gotta get on.
Like
You don't gotta get on the train. That's not going to your destination. You just going backwards.
I said, I got no confidence. Batman is beating Wolverine. Like we don't even have to get Omega
He's
level.
washing Wolverine with prep
With,
time.
what- with what?
With prep time.
Here we go.
Liquid adamantium. He is getting washed. Yeah, he ain't got nothing for that. Use your own strength against you. That's tough. Dunk you in a pool of liquid adamantium and watch you just get hard and suffocate to death. Or you might you might still be alive, but you ain't moving. Say,
Yeah, I mean, I think he can bring the pain to Steve Rogers for sure.
Oh, Steve Rogers definitely getting.
Yeah, I think
He's a superhuman, but he's still human. So a bullet to the head will do that real fine. But yeah. So, yeah.
But no, I got Wolverine cutting him into little bitty pieces. Um, yeah, we going through the X-Men or the Avengers, like Colossus. I ain't even gotta go Juggernaut, just Colossus. Because
Prep time.
Colossus is
You know what my answer? Prep time. Doesn't
that,
matter.
that's the
Bring any character you want. Prep time is if prep time is involved, it is done. He's not losing. He doesn't lose. What prep time? I don't know what to tell you. I didn't make
like,
the rules.
and like the post said, yo, but it's a cat with a cheap suit and wingtips giving you that work for 70 years.
He always ends up stopping him, right? He just don't kill him. If he wanted to kill him, this could have been over 70 years ago. He just not a killer. Or not anymore. So yeah.
Yeah, you think this cat can you got some with Matt Murdock.
If Batman was trained to well, he was trained. If he was
Right.
really he was on some Punisher type ish. Like, oh, actually, the Batman who laughs. I don't know if you know who that is. It's literally the Batman and Joker kind of combined. So you have Batman's IQ fighting all that with Joker just crazy psychopathic tendencies. He wiped out universes by himself. What prep time?
Oh my gosh. Like I said, I don't think I gotta go far out the chain. Matt Murdock, Peter Parker. Yeah, you getting washed, bro. You getting mashed out.
Is there
You getting
prep
mashed.
time involved?
We got all the prep time you want.
All right, it's done then. There
What you
you go.
got? What you
That's
you
all I need to
can't
say.
disrupt
There's
you can't
nothing else
disrupt
to
the
say.
spidey sense, bro. Can't
There's
disrupt the
nothing else
spidey
to
sense.
say. This man can cure cancer with prep time. Like I don't, there's nothing you can do. It's done.
Batman, Batman Legends be wild, boy. The Batman
Diabetes
Legends
would
be
not
wild.
exist with him. With prep time. AIDS?
Uh,
What's that? Prep time. World hunger? Prep time.
Martian Manhunter give him that work, but anywho,
Asteroid? Prep time.
again, the Batman Legend. All right, let's recap it here. Um, Taking it from the top, the draft law passes through the House. It will fail in the Senate, but of course, my question is always, well, what's really going on here? Um, but that extra few $1 billion, should it have passed, you can definitely fix a few things. Can definitely fix a few things. Navy ships in Miami could be nothing. It's trying to tell us it's no big deal, but it could actually be a very big fucking deal. Um, to the older white guy who punches a middle schooler, shout out to the state of Washington for getting the charges right. I'm glad this has been enhanced to a hate crime. And if you want to punch 11-year-olds, oh boy, you're gonna have a grand old time when you get locked up. Uh, Congrats to Westmore, or props to Westmore for pardoning everybody. Maryland, a weed conviction should have been done a long time ago. Glad it happened now. Wipe that off the record. Shout out to Thailand for legalizing same-sex marriage. Again, I thought that had been happening a while ago, but it didn't. But now it has. Um, Celtics win the finals. The only part about that we're cheering for is Duke pride. Shout out to Tatum. Either way, it was going to be a Duke W, though. It was going to be him or Kyrie. So one way or the other was cool. Out of the
No.
teams we mentioned, yeah, Bronze to the Warriors just makes an already unbeatable team unbeatable. But they're gonna. I can't see it. They're gonna drop one to Kobe and Michael Bulls. Like they're not gonna get. Pride will keep them from getting swept. That's not gonna happen. And yeah, Batman slander is pretty cool. Um, I don't have to move too far up the chain. Damn, it's prep time. Jim Sidorak kills all that. Your recap, sir.
Yeah. The House passing the draft law. We go on the wall. And shout out to all you people making old jokes. This is what you get. Um, they Russian ships. There's nothing to see here. It's not an issue. It's not a problem at all. No, not even a little bit. Cuban Missile Crisis, that didn't happen. Russia didn't just openly say we're enemies. They didn't do none of that happened. Everything's going kumbaya right now. It's just, what they say in Dark Knight Rises? It's just a precaution. And then the whole stadium blows up. Yeah, it's just a precaution. Right, right, right. You see, famous last words, as you said. Uh, to the guy that punches little kids and racists, it's all right. I hope those Aryans and Nazis can protect you in there. You might want to seek them out. You might have to give up something for it, but just saying. If not, I hope your hands work, my boy. Teach your man how to squabble, because these ain't little boys in there. Just saying. And they love to fight. Some of them ain't got nothing else to do. Just saying. Have a good time. Uh, Westmore, Maryland, yeah. Nobody should be convicted for weed anywhere. No, I don't. It shouldn't. One, it shouldn't be illegal anywhere. But even if it is, if it's illegal, fine. Just a fine. That's it. Nothing else. So you still get your money because you know how much greedy you motherfuckers are. So you getting money. So you don't have to fill in a prison cell to get your money. You just charge them straight from the source. Just saying. Uh, Thailand, Thailand, Thailand. Yeah, that place. Congrats to you, I guess. Now, I wouldn't go anywhere else in Asia with that because they ain't playing with you. Most of the world's not playing with you. So look up them laws before you start doing stuff that is somewhat acceptable here. It's not acceptable everywhere else. That's the one part of the whole freedoms that they say that is kind of somewhat true. We do have more some freedoms than other places. We're still slaves, but just indoor slaves now. We're not outdoors. Everywhere else is outdoors. Not playing. NBA finals. Fuck the finals. Fuck the NBA. Fuck the green. Fuck, fuck all of them. Fuck Jason Tatum. Fuck Derek White. Fuck the announcers. Fuck ESPN. All of them. Other than that, yeah, that's it. And then I'm taking the 17 Warriors. This is a wash. They sweeping everybody. I'm sorry. That team is virtually unbeatable. Virtually no weaknesses. It's done. It's done.
No. And
Whenever you want it. Yeah, whenever you need.
and you still thinking,
Oh, Batman. Oh yeah, prep time. That's all I got to say. We're done.
prep time, yo. Anywho, you say prep time, I say Jim Sidorak. Problem solved. But
Yeah, it is. Prep time. That's it. That's it. Record is solved. It won't even exist with that. We're prep time, boy. Ooh.
God. But anywho, we will be returning next week. If things are going the way they're supposed to go, we will have another awesome guest, returning guest actually. Definitely friend of the show, but we will find out for sure. But the one and only Black Ace and a couple of folks will be joining us. That'll be cool. That'll be fun. On behalf of myself and my awesome co-host, Yeah, I Said a Podcast. We'll see you in a week. Peace.
Yeah.